I'm Kathleen Harlick, currently president of CFAA, Creative Floral Arrangers of the Americas, which incorporates North and South America and 300 and some members all over these countries. We are not meeting in this February coming up because of the virus, so we are trying to do some other things to keep you informed, interested, and maybe educate a little here and there, and keep you entertained. So let me get started. Today I'd like to do an underwater design, and I did a design last video using a glass container. I did not fill it with water because it was much too heavy had I done that. However, this one can be filled with water. It's nice and thick. I've used it before. It is not going to explode. If you're using a glass container and intend to fill it with water, be careful that is a nice thick glass. We have done workshops here at my home with friends and used the dollar store fishbowl kind of containers, and we've had them pop, just absolutely explode, sending water and glass all over the place. So be careful of that. You want to make sure your container is very, very solid. Learning from my mistakes, as that's the way we learn, isn't it? Okay, so what I have is the glass container. I have it on a stand. You probably can't see the stand right now. It's composed of 2 blocks of wood, probably for some kind of wall design that I picked up at Goodwill. And how the young man behind the counter figured that I was a senior citizen, I don't know. But he said, it's senior day. And it turned out there was a 20% off because it was Wednesday, and then another umpteen% off because I was senior. So I went back and I took all of these boxes that they had, white and black. So I have quite a nice assortments of them, and they are so useful. Okay, what I'm going to do is put in some water to begin with, just to make sure that my plants are hydrated as I work on them. And I'm using distilled water. You want to use distilled water when doing an underwater design, because the distilled water doesn't have the air in it. And if you have done anything like this before, you realize that the air bubbles do pop out of it and cloudy your design up. So this will stop that. Now, what I have is a Kanzan, a little tiny Kanzan, and it came in this container with all kinds of mechanics to control them, and they're very tiny, and I've used them for miniatures and all sorts of things. This is what the original looks like, and I just remove one of these small ones, if I can get it out, and show you what it is. Here it is, alone. It's a little tiny Kanzan, very heavy for its size, but not heavy enough for a flower underwater. They are amazingly flotative, if that's the word. So what I'm going to do is show you what I've got. And it happens to be that I've used washers, which I should have here to show you. Here they are. These are washers that you can buy in a hardware store. I've actually used larger ones here, but these are all I have to show you. And I've made a little mechanical gizmo here with the washers and the Kenzam within the washer. And then I've wired these anthurium So let me get the background, which I've already prepared for you. And what I've done is take a fan palm from my garden, and I have a pattern that I can put on this, on a flat surface. It's labeled bottom and top because I've messed it up before. And we have to make sure that we get this little bit of stem attached, leave that attached when you do cut it, because otherwise the whole thing falls apart. So I've cut completely around here, and I have something that here is the one that I have cut, pre-cut for you, for us, and let me put it in here and show you what it does. It hugs this shape beautifully. So I'm just hoping that this will behave for me. Let me see. You better behave. So I'm going to put this in. As I'm listening to the videos, I'm realizing that my speech is getting worse and worse as I get older. I keep saying I'm gonna. Whatever happened to I'm going to. Okay, and now I have some marbles and ice crystal looking plastic. Those in. And what I have wired in there is some Ming to kind of hide the mechanics, along with the bundle of flowers. So let's see if they will hold for us. I've wired them with bullion wire, which comes in all kinds of colors. It comes in reds and blacks and purples and browns, but I like the green because if it happens to be seen, you can actually claim it's part of the design because it's very pretty. And one of my favorite tools to work with this would be a chopstick to just kind of move things around. So let me see if I can get some water here, and I will try to edit some of this pouring out for you so you don't have to watch me pour.